After harvesting a bunch of stuff from the garden, I have realized I need a wash station. A lot of vegetables from the garden have a ton of dirt, so I don't really want to be washing that in the kitchen sink. But more importantly, I want to be saving that water that I used to wash the vegetables to rewater the garden. This cabinet was one of the random things that came with the greenhouse. Right now it's basically just a table. It's not that useful. So we are going to pull out the sink in here and make a kind of a better wash station. Hopefully there's no wasps. These wasp nests pop up so quickly. Ugh. And I have to knock that down later in the evening once they're asleep.
Yeah, we got a sink, we got 2x4s, and we got this mesh. That's all we need, I think.
And we got our supervisor. Oh my gosh.
Move it as far towards me as possible.
Okay, new plan. We're just gonna basically use the entire top of this. Just cut it a little shorter and replace the top with some mesh.
That should be easy.
Yeah, and then of course put new legs. The sink is 2 different sizes, so we figured might as well just use the outline they already have here and just customize it to what we want. Close one.
Smashed my toes almost. And I was thinking I'll put a 2x4 like this, attach these.
Should we cut this off too?
Yeah, I'll cut that off. This is pretty good height right here, huh?
I think so.
Just like that would hit my... Yeah. Close one. break. Oh, thank you. Thirsty. I was very thirsty. Okay guys, well I think I'm pretty much done here. Pretty easy makeover. All I did was cut some of the countertop where it was rotten and then cut out the middle portion or the majority of it to replace it with a wire mesh. Put a couple 2x2s in there to kind of separate and add a little bit of extra support for the wire mesh. And then I also just made some legs for it with 2x4s. Pretty simple. And Jocelyn's going to use buckets underneath it to just catch the water that we're going to use, and then she's going to reuse that water to water the plants, water the trees. So pretty easy build today. Pretty easy, I guess, rebuild or a mod build. So as you can see here, the wire mesh, that's what she really wanted to kind of wash her vegetables and let them drain, you know, all the potatoes and radish, and it's filled with dirt when they come out of the ground. So just to be able to wash it outside so we don't get the inside sink all messy. We can put in a faucet here or just use a hose, just little hose attachment there, and then wash it and dry it off right here. And she can also kind of water her plants outside too with the that are in the pots that she's gonna, you know, want to do some of that on here or in the sink. So this would make life a little bit easier, a little bit cleaner when we bring the vegetables inside. Damn, this shit is gummy.
Bucket. Pretty nice. Could eventually get a nice bucket, but bucket's a bucket. Good view to wash in.
Got a cabbage here from the garden, so we can try it out now.
A last cabbage. Nice.
Works.
Yeah.
It works.
Pretty sweet. Now I just need to either stain it or paint it.
Yeah. And look at this. All this water. We'll just put it right back to the garden. Give it to the lemon tree. Right here. There you go.
We just had a communal wood chipping day, so we have a ton of wood chips for the garden. And there's a lot more too.
Look at this.
That's cute.
Just got some dragonflies. Supposedly they keep bugs away. Put it on your hat and try to keep mosquitoes away. Supposedly. We'll see if it works.
You just like look
Down
like
at the
cute
campsite,
decoration.
yeah, it's nice decoration, but down at the campsite there's a ton of mosquitoes, so put it to the test.
Maybe you can clip one onto Roscoe.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes are always biting him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna add some of this to the garden bed here. I know I'm gonna get a bunch of questions about this because a lot of people think if you put wood chips on top of your soil, you're gonna completely deplete the nitrogen. But that's actually the case if you put the wood chips into your soil. So yeah, it'll take some nitrogen off the top of the soil, but the rest of the soil should be fine. There are a ton of ways to amend your soil, add more nitrogen if you're missing some nitrogen. And for me, this is just a cost-effective way of saving water because, as most of you know, we did not hit water. So for me, it's just more important to conserve water than it is to conserve nitrogen. So that might not be the case for all of you guys, and you can buy something else that doesn't use as much nitrogen, but this is free. Plus, eventually, this will break down and it will add nutrients back to the soil. Oh, it smells really nice, actually. We will hopefully have a water update maybe next week or maybe in 2 weeks. Fingers crossed, guys. Halfway into our Panama trip, for some reason, one of my valves for the watering system went offline. I'm not sure what caused the issue. So a lot of the outdoor plants actually weren't getting water. They got a little stressed out, but they all survived. And we actually had a neighbor who was able to come by and water everything. So that really kept the plants going until we could get back home. I'm not really sure what happened with the valve. It didn't say there was an issue. The battery life was good. The Wi-Fi was good. There was no power outages or anything, because the other valve was perfectly fine. I don't know why just one went out. And hopefully that doesn't happen again. That does make me a little nervous that I'll have issues in the future. I don't want it to go out, and I don't want to be bothering our neighbors to come water the garden while we're gone. I'm just going to get the wood chips on pretty much all of the beds. And then I'm going to get started on dinner, which is going to be, if you guys remember our last video, we did the kimchi. So I've decided to do a Korean-Mexican fusion of bulgogi nachos. And I'm kind of making it up as I go, so hopefully it turns out pretty good. Ah, look at your dragonfly. So cute.
I think it's working. Because usually this side has a lot more mosquitoes than the garden side.
Yeah.
And right now, too, this would be the mosquito time. Once the sun is gone. Once the sun is out of the area. But we'll see. The real test would be down at the campsite. Because that area is mosquito city. Man.
Normally, when we make bulgogi, we usually buy the pre-marinated stuff. However, we are not near a Korean market, so I've got to make it from scratch. And according to this website, it looks like I have everything except a pear, which I can always just add a little pinch of sugar. Actually, they put brown sugar, so should be fine. It says you just need soy sauce, brown sugar, sesame oil, garlic, ginger, gochujang, green onions, sesame seeds. Pretty simple. There's actually some spinach that's gotten a little sad from the garden. We had a lot more vegetables than we knew what to do with. We've been eating a ton of greens from the garden this week, and we've had so many vegetables that we've actually not even used any from the grocery store. You can get a lot of greens in a very small space because all of the spinach and the potatoes, that was probably one garden bed for the greens and like 3 bags of potatoes. You know, those grow bags. And a tablespoon of ginger. The other day I requested that we go hiking because I realized I hadn't left the property in like a week. It's really easy to go through an entire week without getting bored here. And once we get the kiln fired up, it's going to be even more fun here. I've been throwing on the wheel all week. And everything I know, though, comes from YouTube University. So I'm hoping I do everything right. I just realized I need kiln wash because it's going to be the first time using the kiln, and I didn't realize you have to coat the shelves with that. I think it was called kiln wash. Yeah, it's been a while since I did pottery. When we were kind of traveling around in the van, I was able to use kiln share all the time, but the closest kiln share is pretty far now, and it's a little too far to be taking your pieces that are super delicate. I'm actually thinking that it's pretty close to dinner time, so this won't have a whole lot of time to marinate. So I'm thinking maybe I should just make this for lunch tomorrow instead of doing a short marinade and eating it tonight. Neither of us are that hungry right now, so maybe we could eat it tonight. I don't know. I'll see what Taku's hunger level is in a second. Almost forgot the gochujang. So I am actually going to let it marinate overnight and then we'll have it for lunch tomorrow because I also just remembered that I bought tamales when we went into town, so we need to eat those. So we'll see you guys for lunch. It's the next day. The meat's been marinating all night. It smells really good. So it's time to put these nachos together. Got the meat going over here, heating up some beans that I made the other day. And I'm gonna squish them. And we also have the oven preheating. Ooh. Very nice. Did you try one on camera? Oh.
Yeah, that is definitely a little bit different than regular kimchi. Flavor is amazing.
Some beans on this. Some of the beef.
Kimchi delivery.
Nice. Loaded. And I'm going to put some of this cowboy candy. Like these really sweet, spicy jalapenos. Super good. This looks pretty good, if I do say so myself.
We gotta throw on a game or something. Oh yeah. This would be for sure a hit.
Kimchi's good. Kimchi's really good.
That's really good. Yeah, this is. You outdone yourself.
Oh, thank you. These little cowboy candies. Really good. Oh, spike of sweet, spicy.
Yeah. I like it.
Oh, kimchi so crunchy.
Perfectly crunchy, perfectly spicy. But the flavor of the spice is different than regular kimchi. And it's pretty awesome.
It's nice and smoky.
Yeah.
Meat's really soft too.
Yeah. Yeah, very tender. Good quality beef. Well drilling, round 2.
Hopefully it goes better this time. And the second spot's really close to the house, so.
Yeah, if we hit water there, the infrastructure will be almost zero. Because we could go with what we already have that sends water to the tanks up top. And we wouldn't really have to worry about, piping anything or trenching anything. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. I mean, we can't get too far ahead because you know what happened the first time.
Someone said we should do pozole with our kimchi, which would work because sometimes you top pozole with cabbage anyways.
That'd be good.
We have everything.
Yeah, we do.
So that could be our next experiment.
Next
Is really good.
This is, super good.
Let's hit the spot.
100% worth it. Grow more cabbage.
More. Don't wait till fall. It's too hot now. My temperature reader in the sun is saying it's 100 degrees if you stand in the sun. So the poor little cabbage will bolt. But now that we have more beds, I'm planting a good amount of cabbage.
Cabbage is so versatile. Napa cabbage, regular cabbage too. But Napa cabbage, you can just eat it as is. Just like I made some soup the other day with a ton of the garden vegetables. There was a lot of things in there: daikon, potatoes, cabbage, carrots,
Spinach.
radish tops, even spinach. Yeah, just mix it all in there into a soup, and it was really good. And so we can do all kinds of stuff with cabbage and a lot of the vegetables that you're going for sure. So definitely a lot more to look forward to. It'll be good. Okay, so here's the kimchi. You can tell it's a little bit darker in color than regular kimchi. So that's because of the different chilies that we use, and it's a lot more smokier because of, you know, the Mexican chilies they're roasted and yeah, much darker in color, and it reflects in the kimchi. But that looks delicious.
Yeah. And we still have probably a little more to put in jars.
Yeah, still have more.
It does shrink down a lot though, so we need to double our cabbage next year.
Yeah.
I did 6 cabbages this year. We should do 12 at least.
Yeah, we could do more.